Damn it. I was doing a thing. And here. I cut this. This was up like this. Like this. And I cut it. And there was a nest there. Damn it. Oh, I don't know what to do. Fuck. I don't hear any chattering. So I don't know where Mom is. Guess I get a box. I'll put it back up in there, and I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Damn it! Well, I didn't do anything this winter. That probably shouldn't come as a surprise. It was a pretty crappy, eventful winter. Pipes froze up 5 times. We lost heat. In the middle of February, my outdoor wood boiler sprung a leak that I couldn't fix, so had no heat. And yeah, it was cold, and my little salamander was down in the basement trying to keep pipes warm. So I didn't do, as you see, anything on the old wagon. But today we're going to work on another Ford product, something that I have been putting off, but I can't put it off anymore. It's also a job that I really don't want to do. Yeah, we're working on the Explorer. And I wasn't going to film any of this, but I went searching on the old YouTubes to see how to replace the wheel bearing. And, well, that's pretty bad. And by replace the wheel bearing, I mean we're replacing the knuckle and the wheel bearing, because this is upstate New York. I don't know how long they've been together, but they are together forever and ever and ever and ever. Amen. So yeah, I went searching on YouTube to find, replace a knuckle on a, I don't know, was this 3rd gen, 2nd gen, I don't know what generation Explorer this is. This is a 2012, so this is from 11 to 19. And if you got one of these in the Northeast and you're going down the road and you're hearing something pretty loud from a wheel, in this case I'm pretty sure it's this one, because this doesn't spin nice and smooth. You can actually feel it catching and grabbing. So I'm pretty sure this wheel bearing is shot. Something tells me I gotta do the other side as well, but I don't have that one. So we're gonna do this one because I have the wheel bearing and the knuckle. So the only video I could find on YouTube was some guy by the name of Jason W. Saudi. I'm assuming he's from Saudi Arabia. And if you speak Saudi, it's probably a good video. But for the rest of us, I had no idea what he was doing. He wasn't showing anything. Camera was over here, and He looked confused. And rest assured, I will look confused. Because this is the first time I'm doing a rear knuckle. It's going to be fun. So, as you can see, I took the wheel off. I've been riding around on this for a couple weeks, and it doesn't rotate smoothly. You can feel where it goes, stops, goes, stops. It's kind of ratcheting. And from the inside of the car, it sounds like it's coming from this corner. And I also believe when I bought this 2 years ago, yeah, 2 years ago, I think he said, the guy said he had the other side put on already, so maybe I don't have to do it, but we'll see. So the wheel's off. I took the caliper off. It's a 13 millimeter bolt. Slid right off, and then I took the bracket off. This is a bracket, and those are 15s, and they're a little toy. And I have a jack stand, but the car's not on it. I'm leaving the jack on it because when we take this knuckle off, which the wheel hub is attached to, the coil spring will also be coming undone. So I just want to leave. I don't want that flying out. Although the couple of videos I did watch, it doesn't look like it's under too much tension, and people just took these off and the spring didn't go flying out of there like they would on older vehicles. So we will discover this together. So we got the sway bar end link to take off. We got the upper control arm. It's not a ball joint, so joint. We got, I don't know, it looks like a tie rod. I'm going to call it a tie rod. I don't know what it's called. Tie rod. We got that right there. And then we got the lower trailing arm. It goes right there. And then somewhere in there is the bottom control arm bracket. And then, of course, we got the shock. So I soaked everything down. It looks like everything is a 21. The bolt heads are 21, except for the end link. But the bolts themselves are a 24. And why I have a socket for a 24, I don't have a wrench for a 24. So I don't have a wrench for a 21 either. So the bottom one is going to be fun because I'll have to use the universal wrench. But I guess I'll put you in the stand, and we'll go to getting all these off. I don't have a lift, as you saw in the wife's Keo video. I'm just going to break the top one loose. Okay, that went way better than what I thought it was going to do. Way betters. Also, it'd be nice if the toolbox wasn't 90 miles away. That bolt slides right out like it's nothing. Oh, I should also note, if you were going to reuse your brake rotor, now would be a good time to take that off, but I don't have the star bit because I broke it. So I'll be putting a new rotor on. And I hope that I have a rotor. I bought a set of brakes for it, and I'm pretty sure it was the rear brakes. We'll find out when we open the box. let's see if it's an 18. It is an 18. And we're going to live dangerously because we're using chrome.
Guess what?
Is it well, it is 20. It's not a 20? Well, it's 22. Where's 2021? 19, 24. Okay. There we go. All right. It's 21. And I had it on my ratchet. So if you're keeping track at home, you need a 19. No. You need an 18, a 21, and a 24, and a 15.
You serious?
Yep. No. I don't have a shallow 18. Damn it.
Guess what?
Guess we're gonna come in from this way. We're gonna use this one. 'Cause I don't have a shallow 18. You might want to get one, or at least an 18 wrench. Yeah, if you get a wrench. My wrenches stop at 17. We'll come in from this side. Well, and then we'll get this bad boy. Came right out. Came right out. See? Had a little bit of Loctite on it. Alright. Put that there. Need a rag. We'll do the shock. So now I'm doing the lower trailing arm. So yeah, I would really get an 18 wrench. And socket. Let me get a punch. Alright, that came right out. put that down there. Alright, now we'll do we're gonna do the end link because that's in the way of the shock, and I believe I said that was a 15. Yep. Oh yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Why wouldn't it be a 15? Alright, you need a 17 wrench to go with your 18 wrench. Because you gotta hold the inside of this end link because it's spinning.
A few moments later.
If you pull down on the sway bar a little bit, you can wiggle it out. Alright. Shock. And then the lower bolt. Oh, and ABS, I forgot the ABS wire. And then we should be home free. Alright, but I gotta put the jack back under the coil spring and load that back up. Alright, I got a couple things. I got the shock off, and I don't know if you can get that. That nut is captured, so you don't need a wrench for that. I got the ABS off, sort of. It is a 8mm, and let's see if we can see it. Yeah, I know it's hard to see, but anyway, the sensor is still in the wheel hub. It did not want to come out in one piece. I kind of knew this was going to happen, and I should have just bought a new wire sensor, wheel sensor. They're not too expensive. I don't know how to put one in. I mean, you just got to trace this wire back to the plug, which I'm assuming is under the car somewhere. But till then, this is how I'm going to fix it. There we go. Taken care of. I will put a new ABS wheel sensor in later when I get one. Because, oh, there it is. Right now it's not going to matter, and I will tell you why in a couple minutes. We got one more bolt. One more bolt, and then all this comes off, and then we'll do some unboxing. Alright. Last one. Oh, a lift would be so nice. This is already killing my knees. And by the way, I'll show them to you. I got a pair of knee pads. I don't know if you watch Bending with Brendan. He does all the big rig frames. He recommended these. These are called Rex Betty. They're knee pads. They are awesome. I don't know how I did stuff before I got these knee pads, but these are the best. They're on Amazon. They're 20 to 25 bucks. I got them on sale, I think, for 20. They are fantastic, but they still, my knees, I got old man knees, so you know how that goes. If you got old man knees, you know how that goes. All right, final bolt. We're living dangerously now because I'm going to undo the top one. You know, on older cars, like the wagon, you wouldn't do this. You wouldn't do it without fear. Fear that the spring was going to come flying at you and kill you. But in the two videos that I watched, no one had that fear. Everybody was like, oh yeah, just jump. I did notice the one guy who did do this on the floor. He put a jack under it. And see, I took the bolt out and it didn't blow apart on me. So Alright, one bolt to freedom. And I don't know, I guess I gotta come on this side. Everything's all the way over here. And that is not a 19. It was that a 22? Not a 22. Here's my 21. Here's my 21. 21. Cracker loose. I gotta get, where'd it go? I gotta get my, this. And we gotta make her a little bit bigger. You know, I heard in Virginia that's the only tool that they have in their toolbox. I don't know if it's true. Alright. Oh my god. That is like in there. Oh, hallelujah. Oh yeah. 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 Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yep. Okay. Now, I'm not taking the backing plate because it's rusted, but I didn't order a new one either, so I'm not going to have a backing plate. Plus, I wouldn't be able to get the bolts out anyways. So, I don't know if the new one comes with the ABS bracket or not. The new Knuckle I got has all new bushings, and the spring did not come flying out at me. It is under, I did jack it up. The full weight of the car is on it, so keep that in mind. But it did just, 5 bolts, and they all just came right on out. Popped out. I'm surprised. But what the new one doesn't come with is the 4 bolts for the hub. So I gotta remove them. And those are not 21. Those are 18. So I don't, did I have an 18? No, I don't have an 18 impact. So when you're at Harbor Freight or Home Depot, Ace, Lowe's, Snap-on Truck, talking to the ACCO guy, wherever you get your tools from, get an 18. You're going to need it. Along with a 19, a 21, a 22, and a 24. Alright, thank God all those just came right out. We'll just slide that there for now. Alright. So we got our bolts. Let's do some unboxing, shall we? Only seems to be 3 of them. They seem to be okay. Tiny little things. I got them in the box, but I don't. I'm not seeing Mama hanging out up high, chattering at me, being all pissed off. I don't know. So, fuck. I'll put them right here. Right. Like next to it, like. Put it right there. Because she was going in right there. So if I leave them there, maybe she can relocate them. Damn it. I didn't know they were in there. Alright. Got you up there. I'm gonna come over here a little bit. I am painting. See, I'm multitasking. Guy I work with got a 3D printer. And he's 3D printing stuff. And he 3D printed this. But he didn't like it. And I loved it. So he said I can have it. It's a pen holder. So I'm painting them black. And then I'll come back in with silver. Do a little hand painting. Find a little felt for the bottom. Then it'll be on my desk at work. But, yep. If I had a 3D printer, which I do want one, I would be printing dumb stuff like this all day long. And I would be so happy. Alright, unboxing time. I got this from Amazon. That's the part number. It was $45-ish. And it will work, but technically it's the wrong part. I'll show you in a minute. I got this off of Amazon. It is the Knuckle. It was $135, and both had free shipping. You can get used Knuckles for around $70 to $90, but they don't have new bushings. And this all has new bushings. That's why I went with it. And here she is. And no, it does not have the bracket for the ABS wire sensor. So I will have to get that bracket. But as you can see, it has all new bushings. So for 130 bucks, it's the way to go. And I will match it up with the other one, but I'm pretty sure it's the right thing. It doesn't matter if you have all-wheel drive, two-wheel drive. Mine's a two-wheel drive or a four-wheel drive. They all have the same knuckle. They also take the same bearing all the way around. All four wheels have the same bearing. There are differences in the bearing, which I will show you right now. Here we go. And look, it's like butter. It goes nice and smooth. They use the same hub on all four corners. Front, rear, two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive. It's all the same hub. But why this one is wrong is the back of it. I don't have the teeth for the ABS sensor. In the hub, the sensor sits about right here in the knuckle, and it picks up the teeth. This one, as you see, has no teeth. So the ABS sensor is not going to work, which is nothing new because it hasn't worked in over, 2 years, because the back of the one I got, the teeth are all rusted and the sensor doesn't pick them up. This will work as a hub. I will have to order a different one that has the teeth on it. I didn't. Now, I thought when I ordered it, it had the teeth. Because it will say it has ABS ring or something like that on it. I thought it did. I got it, opened it up. It did not. I'm still going to use it. I will get the proper one probably payday next week. And then swapping these out should be really easy, because then they shouldn't have melted together by then. And then I also gotta get an ABS sensor, wheel sensor. So I'm already used to the little ABS light on and all the warnings and everything. So another week or two, it's not gonna bug me. Now, one thing I am kind of curious about: why can't we put a nice thin film of anti-seize on here to keep these parts from fusing together? I think I'm going to do it, because this one is coming back off in like a week or two. And at that point, well, by then I'll know if I have to do the other side. If I don't hear anything, then I'm not doing anything. And then I will change all the brakes. Today I'm just going to put the rotor on it, because I need that bit to get the rotor off the other side, because it broke. So I am going to put a nice thin coat of anti-seize on this and see if it fits. And I'm thinking you might have to wipe it off the back when it smooshes out. But let's see how this goes. Alrighty then. So I did match this up to the old one, and they look the same. Again, I gotta get the ABS bracket. So I'm gonna test fit it. And that's how it should be. And right here is where the ABS sensor would go in. You know, when I get one. So I'm gonna do this. And I'm old school. I use the silver. I know a lot of people are now using the copper one, and honestly, I don't know why. Like, I don't know what the difference is between the two. And that's probably too much. So we will drop it in there. Yep. Okay. Well, none squeezed out, so I'm gonna clean these up a little bit real quick, and then yes, I will be putting anti-seize on them. All right, I cleaned them up a little bit. Just hit them with a wire wheel real quick, and also take note that they do have a little washer. I'm just gonna go just a dab of anti-seize. There we go. Finger tight. Dab. Are they different sizes? I thought they were all the same size. No, this does not look right. No, that's right. Is it? No. That is not correct. Sorry about that. I thought this was the right size. That scared me for a second. Yeah, you want to make sure that you got all the bolt holes lined up before you start running them in, or else they're not going to line up, because two of the holes are spread further apart than the other two. I almost went into panic mode. Alright, a little dab on the last one, run her in. Alright, now I'll tighten them up with the impact, because they need all of the Ugga Duggas. Yep. And we'll put her on the new one. Why doesn't it? Huh. We need a washer. Hold on. I don't know why it's not tightening up. Like, the bolts are tight. They won't go any further. But I mean, it is a long bolt, so we will use a little bit of a washer. There we go. Yeah, put one over there. There. Alright. And you know what? Till I get the new wheel sensor, because normally this is clamping down the wheel sensor. Yeah, that'll work. I'm going to put one there just so this little knot, this little bolt doesn't go loosening itself. There. Alright. Alright. And now let's go put it back on. Hopefully it goes on as good as it came off, because it did come off pretty smoothly, I thought. With all the snow and the salt and the gunk and the goo, you know, bolts tend to be a little stubborn, but alright. Let's go put this on, and then I'll dig out a new rotor, and then we'll wrap this up, go for a quick ride, see if there's any more noise. I also gotta take my glove off, because that helps. Alright, we're back. I just had to do a couple things quick. So, alright. I'm gonna start by tightening these up. They go to all the Ugga Duggas, foot-pounds. Alright. So I guess, let's go with this mat. By the way, I love this mat. I bought this. I got this mat. It's a Pittsburgh foam mat, but it has a pillow. I think it's normally under 20 bucks. I think I got it on one of the sales. I don't know, 11 bucks, 12 bucks. I don't know, but it is sure handy. All right, let's go this way. We're gonna go backwards of yes. We're gonna go backwards of how we put all this together. The struggle begins now.
Wow, that is surprisingly hammer. Love a tappy tap 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 tap. Wow. There goes the other. Just a shot. Yeah, go away. There. That one. Which was this one.
I acknowledge that mistakes were made here. I accept that responsibility.
And he's right, mistakes were made. And I'm frankly not happy about them.
Alright, got a small tech tip that you're not seeing in any other video. This isn't perfectly up and down. It's tilted a little bit. That's your camber, I believe it is. Or no. Toe, camber, one of them. Caster? That's your caster. So it's not perfectly up and down. It's tilted back a little bit. Do this one first. Don't do that one. Set that one first. Then set that one. Then set that one. You're going to fight with your shock the whole time. So maybe just take it off. And then you're going to struggle putting this one in. Because once you got that one in, because it's tilted, because that one, these two are setting your toe and your camber, at least your toe. Well, this one's most definitely your toe, but you gotta get that one in first. If you put that one in first, these three will fall in, these two will fall in, and that one won't. So I had to take it back apart, put that one in first, then that one, You fight with this one, I think you can do your shock. Do your end link last, because if you put your end link in, you won't be able to get to that bolt. And I would just recommend getting new end links. And you're going to struggle getting that in. I'm going to try to jack it up with the lift, or with the jack, but yeah, that one's going to be a pain. And I don't know, I don't know. I loosened that bottom one, so it's not going to tighten back up. So she's going to rattle. So I just might cut it off and just get a new one. And go from there. Just go without the sway bar for a week. You'll be fine. All right, I'm gonna tighten all this up. I'll see if I can get the end link on. If I can, I can. If I can't, I can't. And then we'll do brakes. There it is. I will need a new end link. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was. I ended up letting the jack down, which lowered this. And then I just had to jack it up just a snug, and that went, the top bolt went right in, but I can't tighten up the bottom one. It's not uncommon for end links. I'll have to get a new one. Till then, I'll just deal with the rattling. So I gotta get an end link. I gotta get a ABS line and a new hub. And yeah, that's it. It wasn't that bad. I do have a. So I did. I already had rotor. So as I want to see if I gotta replace the hub on the other side, because I don't have it. So if I don't need it, then when I get the other hub, then I'll change all the rear brakes. I mean, they're all right. They don't really need to be changed, but I'm putting new rotor on. You should replace your rotors in pairs. And if you put new rotors on, you should put new pads on. I'm not going to put pads on right now. I'm going to leave them till I get the other hub, the correct hub, and the ABS. And when I swap them out, then I'll put all the brakes on. But all right, let me get the brakes on, get it down on the ground, and then we'll go for a ride. See if it makes any noises. Yeah, I know. I turned it this way. I gotta get gas, so let's turn that off. Yep. Let's make sure the brakes work. Alright. Yes, I need exhaust work too. Need that little. That's on my list too. I don't hear nothing. See, it was making a grumbling sound before. It would grumble like right at like 10 miles an hour, and now I'm doing 20. Nothing. So I only had to do that one hub, which is fantastic news. Fantastic. Because I really wasn't looking forward to doing the other side. Even though it's not that hard of a job. You know, as long as you got air tools and the proper millimeters, sockets, and an impact. You know, either an air impact or a really good... Yeah. It was just that one hub. She's quiet. That's good. Alright. So now I just gotta get, I got it. I still gotta do that hub again, but it'll be way easier. And then an ABS line, that'll fix all my ABS nonsense. Yeah, alright. Alright, well, I'm at the gas station, and I'm not hearing any grumbling, so that's perfect. Perfect. Love it. Love it when it was just one, because I wasn't sure. I knew it was the driver's side, but I was iffy if I had to do both, but I don't. Alright. I'll get some gas, something to drink, swing by, see the wife. Today is her first day at her new job, so we'll swing by and make fun of her as a supporting husband, loving, supporting husband should do. Alright, we'll wrap this up in a little bit. Oh my god. Fuck. Oh. Over. Oh my god. Brake pedal's up. Brake pedal kind of works. Alright. Alright, pinch that. Alrighty then. Oh, forgotten how. Oh, how'd that break? Damn it. Need a mirror. Oh. Yeah, it feels good to be sitting back in this thing. I really need it at work. I like that the brake pedal is like stiff. I mean, I did put a new master cylinder on it, but whatever. So, took it down to the gas station, and we got gas. And I got gas for the lawnmower, because it is lawnmower season all of a sudden. And the lawnmower wants to run like crap. And I got gas for the chainsaw, because I'm not done with chainsaw season yet. And we drove back with no noise. And I'm going to say that that was great success. It was. And what a relief. I 2 years ago, or was it last year? Maybe it was 2 years ago. Nah, it was 2 years ago. I had to do a front hub. And I thought I was just going to unbolt that bad boy and pop it off. And I was sadly mistaken. So I ended up having to get a used Knuckle off of eBay. And that was the first time that I'd done a hub type wheel bearing. And on paper, it sounds like it would be super simple to fix, but and maybe in the Southwest, maybe it is. It's just 4 bolts, light tap with a hammer, and Bob's your uncle, and well, you're golden. But not up here. No. The 2 metals, they become one, and I don't have a press. Maybe if you got a shop press, you might be able to press it out. And I guess I could take that, find someone who has a press and press out that bearing, and then sell my old Knuckle on eBay to recoup some money. I guess I could do that if I wanted to. But I probably won't. So the job isn't that hard. It's a little rough on your knees. If you got a lift, even if it's a body lift that just goes up, 3 feet, 4 feet, that would be so much better. And boy, I really want one. But it's not that bad. I was a little worried about the coil spring. Because, you know, I'm used to doing like coil springs like on this. That was a nightmare. Taking them off and putting them back in. That was horrible. I don't want to do that again, but I will be doing that again. That's a story for another day. And yeah, it wasn't that bad. It's not that bad. It took 2 hours, but I was monkeying around with the camera and filming, and I also took a break and I hung up laundry, got something to eat. So, you know, you can probably get it done in an hour and a half or so, and mosquitoes are out, and that's great. So I'll get the proper hub for the ABS sensor. I get a new wheel sensor, and then I'll do the brakes. I'm not looking forward to them because that's a stupid screw-in caliper. I hate them. I hate them. Hate them. I just hate them. I told you that I hate them. And I want to tackle the exhaust. That stupid little flexi pipe part is holy. It's going to church on me, so I want to get that done. But at least when I'm going down the road, the wheels aren't grumbling at me, and that's good because I gotta go to Albany next Friday. Gonna go see Lacuna Coil and my girl Christina for the second time. Can't wait. Really enjoyed the last 2 albums that they put out. They're a little bit heavier than their earlier stuff, a little bit darker. So I'll probably be the only one there hoping that they play all the new stuff. But it'll be a great time, and now I don't have to worry about the wheel falling off while I'm flying down 90. So I don't know how much I'll get done on this wagon this year. I got a lot of work to do on the house. I need a heating system. That's going to take money that I don't even have. So I'm going to try to do most of that work myself without outsourcing the entire job. So I don't know how much I'm going to get done on this, which is a shame because, man, I am loving sitting in this right now. I miss it. I miss driving this thing like you don't believe. But maybe if I get some time here and there, maybe I can get a couple things. Maybe I can finally get the motor mount situation situated, so at least then we can move forward. That's kind of holding me up on the whole thing. I think I gotta modify the mounts and the transmission mount. I spent a lot of time thinking about this. I think it's also the transmission mount, not having the proper angle and whatnot. So yep, I lost my train of thought right there. So I guess that's a good time to end this. As you saw, this wasn't a hard job. If I can do it, you can do it. I don't know how much this would be at a dealership to replace a Knuckle. Like if you took it to Ford, new Knuckle, new hub, and I'm sure they're gonna try to get you, you know, new end links, new ABS sensor. I mean, this is probably $1,200, $1,400, $1,500 job easily. So this will save you a couple bucks, couple hours on a Saturday. You can do this. I got faith in you, and I hope that somewhere out there someone finds this video a little helpful. So until we decide to tear into something else, have a good one. Good news. Mama took them. They're not in there. So yeah, they're gone, so that's good. I do hear some chattering, so someone's not happy with me, but at least Mama came and got them.